As a as a paternity suit just kind of happens out of nowhere. It's kind of weird. Apu, what you got?
Apu, you've got to help me warn Krusty about this alien plot and thus save the good people of Springfield.
I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot speak English. I only speak Hindi.
But you're speaking English now.
Yes, I learned these words phonetically.
Well, you're just scared of being vaporized by the space monsters.
Up, down, go hot dog, butter my undershirt, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I guess we're not getting anywhere with Apu, which explains why we're not going to be playing as Apu anymore.
Ah, snakes! Snakes everywhere!
Ah, Barney. You know, I feel like the Noiseland Arcade should have a sign on the top, but I could be wrong.
Automan, I need a ride.
No can do, little dude. I gotta round up these other little dudes and get them to Krusty Lou for the studio tour.
That's where I need to go. Step on it, Otto.
Okay, right after I drop these kids off at Krusty Lou.
Otto, I just said that.
All right, stop hassling me, midget Abraham Lincoln.
Because he has a tall head.
No problemo.
And we're off.
Leave the driving to me, dude.
Boy, I hope this isn't going to be irritating.
Whoops.
Whoop, whoop. It's good that the suspension on this thing works.
Ain't no fair, dude.
Knocking things out of the way.
Are you even watching the road?
Kinda watching the road. I have an eye on it.
Don't have a cow.
If that,
Yeah, take that.
Woo, nice one.
oh dear.
Sweet.
Bogus.
Bort.
Whee!
I'm sorry, were you talking to me? No, my son is also named Bort. Yeah, with this vehicle, there's absolutely no way you're not getting the hit and run. Which is going to be irritating because chances are this level's also going to want me to buy something. But the way this mission's set up, no way I'm not getting the hit and run. 14, 15, then I'm going to have to get to Krusty Lou Studios.
Watch it, buddy!
Whoa, spilled my pudding.
It's a good thing Otto got his license back. Otherwise, this could be dangerous. There they are, the Krusty Lou Studios. Meow. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic. Barney's working as a security guard here? Did that happen in the show? I forget. So the double jump ground pound is is the best way to destroy everything that you can destroy with it. Because it's a single hit. Hey, Barney.
Barney, where's Krusty? I have to warn him.
Krusty's not here, little Homer. He's down at the Squidport, doing a promo for this new Buzz Cola.
But that's the cola the aliens are using to control all human behavior.
Control human behavior? No beverage could do that. Oh no, I haven't had a duff in 2 hours. My life is over.
But I have to get to Krusty before the limo does.
And I have to stay here and go through the DTs.
Sounds like a plan.
You know, I think that's definitely one of the examples of old, like, classic Simpsons writing versus modern Simpsons writing. Like, classic Simpsons would have set that joke up and then probably just, like, let you think about it. Whereas modern Simpsons sets the joke up and then hits you in the face with the punchline. I don't know, old Simpsons was more subtle, more stages to the joke, I don't know. Old Simpsons did it better. Oh jeez, the Krusty limo, I forgot how horrifying this thing is.
You cheated, cheater!
Well, that was irritating. Get out your car, talk to the driver, specifically so you're not in your car when this race starts, so the driver can have a head start. You know, I've been ragging on this game a lot. I feel like most of it's justified. I mean, some of it probably isn't, but you know, most of it. Oh, my nose itches!
Don't have a cow, man.
Come on.
Whoa, wicked.
Well, that probably didn't get me anywhere. This one will.
That's totally awesome. Oh, now come on. Yeah, I totally rule. Boy, I oughta
I wasn't sure if
just getting into the groove.
I wasn't sure if the end of this race would be down here. Because the way the checkpointing system on the map showed it.
At your service.
Well, that looked like a glitch. Yeah, at least we saw that. There's something to liven this up. Why am I having to follow a truck to the observatory, though? I know where the observatory is. The way these missions work is really weird. Okay, you know, I have a thought. I hope this works. Ha ha ha! Eat it. And now the rubber band kicks in. You've never heard of rubber band AI? It's a term used for racing games. Oh wow, he's got really messed up again, hasn't he? Oh no, he's catching up. It's a term used for racing games where the AI will never get too far forward or too far behind in a race. It can be a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing in that it still gives you a chance to win if you fall behind. A bad thing in that you can never get too far ahead. So a lot of the time, skill doesn't really matter that much.
Alright, that was so cool.
And what did we accomplish? Oh, we actually found Krusty. Hey, Krusty.
Krusty, listen carefully. Aliens are handing out free laser guns and cola that makes you go crazy. It'll be a massacre. The streets will be littered with lasered off limbs and heads.
Yeah, right. And I'm getting into the Country Western Hall of Fame. It just ain't gonna happen, kid.
Oh, I just gotta find evidence. Who do I know that's smart enough to prove this alien conspiracy? Bumblebee Man? Comic book guy? Disco Stew? That's it. A nerd! Professor Frink!
You don't know Disco Stew.
Let's roll!
You know, I'm beginning to think these missions are increasing in difficulty by being pretty unfair with the way they start like that. Also, what's happening with Frink's car? Okay, just go around in a circle, I guess.
Bart, Simpson style.
Weird. Is he going over the ramp? No, he isn't. Is that a graphical glitch, or is it supposed to be doing that? It's supposed to be invisible, right? Or semi-invisible? I don't know. It's definitely not the Aston Martin Vanquish from the 20th Bond movie, Die Another Day. That movie was bad.
Hey, slower traffic to the right, please.
It's like not even the good, entertaining kind of bad like some of the Roger Moore Bond movies were. No, Die Another Day is just bad. Plus the CG in that movie is... It's not so much that it aged poorly as it was dated on arrival. Oh, Frank crashed. Hey, Jimbo. Where are you going, Frank?
Whee!
Is this padding? I feel like this might be padding. Especially since the goal was to follow Frank, not stop him or anything. I wonder if there's a specific point around that area you can wait. Without losing, without getting too far from Frank.
I am the king!
Okay, so what's going on here? The, stuff's loaded, but the screen hasn't, and I can't pause the game.
More cars than anyone I know.
Oh, I'm gonna have to restart this, aren't I? Oh, I don't know what's gone wrong, but I guess I'll see you guys when I get back to where we're at.
Well, 007, how did you come to ruin this little beauty? And where exactly is the rest of this? And I suppose you can explain this.
Oh, James.
It's not easy being Bond on Nintendo GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation 2.
Alright, so we're back at the chasing Frank mission. We're sitting here for the minute because we know Frank's gonna go round and then come back. And now he's gonna drive off, so we need to follow him for a bit.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
This really does feel like a padded mission.
That is totally awesome.
All we need to do here is turn around. And chase him down. Might as well get that cash. I have no idea what happened. I really hope it doesn't happen again. Like this, the game just didn't load properly. Not had an issue like that since I think the Resident Evil 4 LP. With anything that required a restart like that. And like I was enjoying RE4. Going back through it wasn't necessarily that bad. This I'm not enjoying so much anymore, which is kind of a shame. Although, honestly, going back through it wasn't that bad because it was like 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes. Because when it comes down to it, the game, the levels are pretty short. Okay, here we go.
Alright, that was so cool.
God, I got worried then that it'd do it again for a minute. Jeez. Get over here. Well, that's what happens when you take damage. I think the wasp cameras are the only things that can actually damage you like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure nothing else actually damages you. It's kind of a weird mechanic to just be out there.
Just give me a sec to catch my breath.
Because like you got the proper damage animations for a specific damage animation, and it's just there. Alright, Frankie boy. What do you got for me?
Professor Frank, you've got to help me. No one believes my story. It's just like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, except instead of a wolf, it's an alien conspiracy.
Aliens? Well, that would explain these strange transmissions from my plutonium CB radio. I must have intercepted an alien message. It says they're hiding the lasers in the duff trucks. Glaiven Gloivy, the plot is convoluted now.
Relax, nerdlinger. I'll knock the lasers out of the truck so I can show them to Krusty.
You have a plutonium-powered CB radio. I mean, I get you kind of bordering on mad scientist, Frank, but that's beyond bordering mad scientist, and it's just straight mad scientist. Alright, let's go. You know, this does kind of put me in the mood to do a Grand Theft Auto. Which I mentioned earlier, like, maybe we'll get to that at some point, it'd be kind of interesting. That'd be a fairly long LP.
My butt hurts.
And to be fair, the on-foot stuff controls better than Grand Theft Auto did. Possibly still does. Uh-oh. Damn it.
Jump to light speed.
Thought I needed to make a turn off there.
No problemo. Oh,
Yeah, let's do this properly this time. Yeah. What was the last Rockstar game I played? Red Dead Redemption? The on-foot stuff feels really stiff. It's weird how that kind of evolved, because in GTA 3 and Vice City it was really loose. And then San Andreas might have balanced it out a bit. It's been a long time since I played San Andreas. But then 4 and Red Dead, it's really stiff, and I've heard the controls haven't actually evolved since then. I say heard because I haven't actually played Grand Theft Auto 5 yet. I've had it for a little while, I've not played it. There we go. I keep debating doing Grand Theft Auto 5 as a first-time playthrough for the stream.
That was expensive.
And I've just been doing other stuff. There's just not enough hours in the day to stream everything I want. Oh, this is taking actual proper knocks to knock stuff out, isn't it? Okay, now that we're actually on a reasonable sized road, rather than the constant turning. Why can't you drive in around a corner?
Dust eaters.
I keep crashing there because I'm expecting it to... I'm expecting the truck to be where I'm aiming. And the problem really is that I'm not accounting for how stupid the driving is for the AI. How stupid the AI drivers are. Okay, come on. Considering I'm only getting 6, this has been way more awkward than it should have been.
Woo, nice one.
Okay, there's the last one. And back to the Duff Brewery. Hopefully I can make it.
You think I'm scared? You thought wrong. Whoa, wicked.
Yeah, no, I mean... kind of fell out of Rockstar games. Like, not the company, I fell out of Rockstar's games.
It's time for some road.
I just lost interest in them. I never finished Grand Theft Auto 4. So I kind of found it really boring. It took me a long time to finish Red Dead Redemption. I liked the setting, but the gameplay was bland and repetitive. Ride here, shoot somebody, ride here, talk to somebody, ride here, blah blah blah. It's part of the problem I've had with sandbox games for a while now. That in general you need...
Hey, watch where you're going.
Okay.
Hey, I need that leg for walking on.
Oh, this is too cool for
fine the laser gun as proof, but then why was I just
Dust eaters.
whacking the duff truck? Yeah, it's kind of been my problem with sandbox games for a while. I feel like a sandbox game, considering how much time you're going to spend traveling.
I can't believe I have a working laser gun and I'm using it for good. I am such a sellout.
Considering how much time in sandbox games you spend traveling, I think one of the most important things in a sandbox game is to make the mode of travel engaging and interesting. And for the most part, they're just not. Driving around generally really isn't. And this is kind of a weird evolution I've had in my thinking over the years. As a kid, sandbox games were great. It was like a whole open world for me to explore. Great, loved the idea. These days,
Totally awesome. All for Bart.
I kind of
I didn't do it.
kind of prefer linear stuff.
This sucks.
It's more focused. There's less padding to it. It's just kind of what I preferred. I think the simplest explanation for it is, as a kid, I loved Need for Speed Underground 2. As an adult, I kind of prefer Need for Speed Underground 1.